Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at the USO, the UUP, the GLD, the TLT, and the GDXJ. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, it's free, or click down here in the right-hand bottom corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, guys, thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. All right, so daily chart, 20 million on the USO, and what a day, guys. We gapped up, I believe. Remember, because OPEC, all this meeting coming up and this and that, so we gap up and the rest of the day it just fades, guys. Holds a 200 MA on the intraday. Let's look at what we have on the 60 minute. 60 minute, yeah, we're trying to hold the 20 MA, but the bottom line is, guys, we're trying to get above this 50 MA, and today looks like we closed right on, a little bit above it at 961. So this was chopping around. We talked about getting up here and get right on the 50% retrace. Got above this high pivot, but I said yesterday I want to see some follow through up until the $10 area, and let this thing keep going up. Today we gapped up. Everyone, oh, this is great. They pulled it back. So remember, Yellen does not need higher oil prices, period. That's all that matters, guys. All that matters. So if it goes up, it's going to come down. I really love this area, and here for the short, if we make it there, that's where I'll be short. If it goes down from here, it's going up without me. I will be finding levels for the bounce. I still think we're going a lot lower. I'm still thinking 850, $8, 825, 725, and then ultimately the 756 or 760 double bottom that it was back in the day. We'll go over those charts tomorrow, but we're still in this channel, guys. This is the big channel that we've been holding, going down. We are back above the 50 and the 2 and the 20. Still an okay stance, but we closed right on top of the 50 today. I still need more evidence. The 20 MA will curl up in the price, so if this ends up staying up here. So we'll see if we could get a pop through this trend line and then keep this thing going until here. I love this area, and then 11, then there's another area at 12. So we'll see how this thing reacts. If it does go up into this area or if it comes back down. Either way, right now it's a 50-50 shot. I have no position in this one. We did cover down in here, our last quarter position of the USO. And let's see, I would love to take the SCO up here again and try to ride that one. That one was just a flipping monster. So right now, guys, nothing to really do. Let's see if we hold the MAs going into tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekly close too, and we'll do the weekly update tomorrow or over the weekend. All right, let's get into the UUP. UUP, 15 cents down. Gosh, it's almost getting there, guys. We've been talking about, if you've been watching my videos, 24 bucks since right here. Since 25.69. It's like, all right, guys, let's see what kind of a pattern. Sideways, down, sideways, are still going down. Man, we are almost, I think that's a gap fill, I believe. No, yeah, look at that. Gap fill, low pivot. So that's pretty big there. If this area holds, or we'll watch for more sideways action, 20 MA curling down. Remember, weak stance being below the MA, so watch for that one. But if we set up then, again, just like this, down, sideways, down, sideways, down, sideways, down. If we go sideways one more time, we will be at 24 bucks. 24 bucks, I like that area. This is a low pivot down here from this one before we actually took off and had this rally going into this side. Then we're going right back down, almost 100% retrace to this area. You know, one thing I want to look at, though, let me take a retrace from here. Yeah, so it's way up there, so that's not even going to be a play in there. So that area, and then if you go back a little further, you have this gap. You got a couple gaps down here, so we'll see. If the 24 doesn't end up holding up, then gosh, you're probably looking at 23.78, possibly lower. If you are short this one, like I keep saying, enjoy the ride, trail the stops. If you're trying to go long this one, just go slow and steady. I've been preaching 24 for a long time. After it hit 25 up here, where it's like, oh gosh, here we go, we're gonna miss the trade, and boom, we're right back down. So hold steady with the UUP, guys, and the dollar. Let's see what we can do. Remember, dollar goes down, oil should go up, and today oil a little bit flat. So let's see what happens. Friday close, weekly close going into next week. And someone told me there's an OPEC meeting coming up, possibly maybe next week it is, or the following week, or in August or something. But, you know, they also met in the beginning of the year telling us, oh, get ready for the oil rally. And, you know, look where we went with the oil. Not you know, just with the dollar and oil and stuff like that. It's all usually correlated. Dollar, gold, too, as well. So gold, though, a little bit up on the day, nothing crazy, but look what we're doing, guys. Still holding this area. Incredible. Remember, they don't want to deal with resistance, gap it up and hold it. So that's where they're doing it. We had a little bit of a run today where it's like, come on, baby, let's get above this 50 MA. Never did it. Remember, though, up, sideways, bullish, But overall, down, sideways, chopping a little bit bearish. Let's see this pattern. I think if we keep holding this trend line here, I mean, even if we get a little bit under, it's okay. It still goes through price and stuff like that. But look how they gap it below here. Why deal with the 200? The Fibonacci, just gap it below and get this thing going into this 50 MA. Remember, everyone chased it up here after the nice retrace, thinking it's going to break out. Right back down. Everyone's dumping down here, and this is what I want to show you. We did a earlier chart on the SPY and stuff like that, but I wanted to show you the weekly again on this. And the reason why we stuck with this trade, because on the weekly I wanted to see some follow through this trend line down in here with these pivots here. If this cracks the pivots at 114 area and starts going lower, then you're probably gonna have to exit this thing and take the, and maybe buy down here for the long. And instead, you know what it did? Boom, reversal, engulfed this whole candle with some nice follow through. We always talk about follow through. Volume wasn't the best, but hey, I'll take it. They got it above the 200. Man, I'd like to see one good launch and get it above the MAs on a weekly close. I don't know if we'll get that, but that's what I'll be watching for. Daily chart though, again, now we're waiting for pattern. If we continue to go sideways, expect some more up moves. Still it's, central bank's lip service next week. Janet can, out of the side of her mouth say something a little bit weird, and this thing comes tumbling down again. So keep an eye on that. I think it's on Wednesday of next week, the FOMC meeting. So keep your eyes on that, especially if you're doing the gold and the UUP, which is $1. The oil won't be affected. It'll be affected a little bit, but you got to keep an eye on the other stuff as well. So let's go into the TLT. TLT, we talked about great downwards, sideways here, bearish pattern. If we get above the 50, it's going to be slightly a little more bullish now, still overall bearish, but we did touch the 20 MA. It did get rejected. Now we're waiting for pattern. Does the pattern set up for higher prices? We'll see. Or does the pattern start slipping again and get below this trend line? This was the big one, guys, just like the SPY, just like the Qs, just like the IWM. You have these trend lines here when it went up, and you have a channel. You have channels. Almost every stock has a damn channel. It's pretty incredible what these markets are doing. That tells me the algos are working full time, baby, just holding these markets up and making them do whatever they want to do. I mean, look at this channel, same thing, and the channels are up. So until we break these trend lines on all these charts, that's when it could get ugly, guys. The TLT maybe not, a little bit different, but so far holding the 50, holding the 200. Never did it. Yeah, it did confirm, but popped right back up. Let's see what this does on the Friday close, and let's see what this does into next week. If we start grinding, go sideways, or start slipping. Bottom line, got to hold this trend line just like the rest. We start confirming and getting lower, we'll probably go down to this pivot, 119, and possibly fill the gap down here at 116. If we start getting down here again, I might start nibbling. I missed the last trade. I was waiting for 1503, missed it. Somewhere in this area, maybe start buying a little bit, but we'll have to check it out if and when it gets there. If it doesn't, it's going to go up without me. We'll look for areas to short the TLT if it does move up. Let's look at the GDXJ. This one, guys, 16 cents, pretty flat, but it did get back above the 50 and the 20 and did get above this trend line again. So let's watch this. The big area here, though, that I want to see it get above this trend line. Then I think we'll go to pivot. Then, of course, the 200 MA, that will be a pretty big brick wall here, unless they, what they might do, gap it up over and keep it going. So right now, really nothing to do. It could go up, could go down. Bullish stance above the MAs, still like to be above the 200 here, but hey, we'll take whatever we can get. Right now it's showing some signs of life. We'll see if it continues sideways, setting up for the next move up, or does it start to slide? Then we'll be looking for gap fill, this lower pivot here around 30.98, and if that doesn't hold, then you're looking at this. I would still love to see down here 27.43, maybe one good push and then a rebound and then bounce. I mean, look at these big red candles, big green candles. This was some real good action in the GDXJ. So far it's been quiet, a little grind down, kind of quiet, making lower highs. Then we made the new higher low or lower high. We were making higher lows here, excuse me. Then we made the lower high here, which kind of, we'll see. We got to get above this trend line and continue up on the GDXJ. If we don't do that, then we're just going to wait for pattern here, guys. Really, for me, nothing to do. If you're long, you want to see it staying above the MAs and going sideways. If you're short, or if you're taking the J dust or what have you, it's got to start sliding, fill the gap, and then you'll probably be going to double bottom, maybe lower. So right now, it's an okay stance. Bulls, hang on there. This one could be going up possibly Friday into next week. So let's watch this on. I want to see the weekly closes on all these charts. It's going to tell us a lot, and then we'll take it from there. All right, guys. Again, thanks for stopping by. Really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.